Good morning, YouTube. It is March 5th, 2020, and these are your daily announcements. Well, you guys, I saw something on the news yesterday and today, actually, that kind of disturbed me a little bit. And basically, it was a story about how pharmaceuticals in China and pharmaceuticals in India cannot get their pharmaceuticals to us. And India and China produce the vast majority of pharmaceuticals for the world. You know, vitamins and prescription drugs. And so I heard this story and I was like, well, how is that going to affect us? How is that going to affect Americans? And who is it going to hurt the most? You know, and this COVID-19 is really, it's really focused. The people who are getting killed from COVID-19 are the elderly, people with immunity issues, and people who are very, very young. These are the three groups of people that it's attacking. People who are kind of middle of the road in age and who are relatively healthy are not being affected by COVID-19. They're recovering from COVID-19. So the vast majority of us really have nothing to worry about, but I'm worried about my mom. I'm worried about friends of mine who have autoimmune deficiencies or autoimmune diseases. I'm worried about my friends who have just had babies. I am worried about this. I'm not panicked, but I'm thinking, okay, so now these pharmaceuticals aren't going to be able to get their drugs to us. And again, who is going to be totally affected by this? It's going to be the elderly and the people who have immunity issues. And the kids, of course. They're really going to get impacted by this. I don't know. The whole thing is just weirding me out. Like, I hate to say this sounds like population control, but it sounds like population control, doesn't it? Thankfully, here in America, we do make a lot of pharmaceuticals, and Americans, being who they are, will take a look at this and say, hey, this is an opportunity. And I'm sure that we're going to have lots of little companies popping up that are going to be making vitamins and stuff like that, or companies that already exist who do vitamins are going to increase their production. So I don't know how much we're going to miss out on having these things available to us, but it's going to be super, super expensive. You know, paying American workers versus paying Chinese or Indian workers, there's a big difference there in pay, which means there's going to be a big difference in how much these products cost to produce, which that cost will come on to us when we pay for them, right? So it'll be, I guess, interesting to see what actually happens as a result of this. But I don't think that people should panic. I think that if you are low income and you have to rely upon the government to pay for your drugs and stuff like that, hopefully the government will continue paying for your drugs. And if you're middle income, hopefully it's not going to cost you much more. But I just don't know. There's so much uncertainty as to what this is actually going to do. You know, I think that uncertainty is what, like, makes me feel uneasy about this whole situation, you know. I'm not even worried so much about the disease anymore as much as I am about how this disease is going to impact how we receive our goods and services. You know, if India and China are closing their ports because they don't want anything leaving the country, leaving or coming in, I mean, that could affect our economy. That could affect how we receive our goods. It's all very up in the air, and it's freaking me out. How do you guys feel about this? That's what I'd like to know. What are you thinking? But anyways, I talked long enough. I hope you all have a great day. I love you guys. Take care. Bye-bye.